Bindi Irwin, good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, g'day. Good morning. It's so great to talk to you guys.
You've only really freshly gotten off the plane. Has it all really sunk in yet?
Oh, honestly, I feel like I've just woken up from the craziest dream. We got home last night into Brisbane and drove back to the zoo, and these last 3 months have been a whirlwind. I kind of always refer to my life as this beautiful hurricane, but lately it's just been extraordinary, and I kind of feel like it wasn't real. I got home with this gorgeous mirror ball and had no idea where to put it. I was like, do I set it next to my bed for now, or should I put it on my school desk? So it's been incredible.
You did such an amazing job on Dancing with the Stars, and I can, I'm sure on behalf of the entire country, we're all very, very proud of you. But was this the first time you were offered a role on Dancing with the Stars?
Yeah, this was, America was the first to ask me if I would like to be on the show, and so they asked me last year actually, and I wasn't able to because of our schedule, and so this year they asked me again, and I just jumped at the opportunity. And so I'd never been approached by Dancing with the Stars before, and I had no idea whether I could actually do something like this, but it was kind of one of those moments where it was that hesitated, yes, of course, I'm going to be a part of it. I think that for so many of us in life, we're given these beautiful opportunities, and, our fear can kind of sometimes stand in the way. And so I really just wanted to try to inspire other people to seize the opportunity and just say yes and live in that moment as if it's your last day on earth, because it's easier said than done, but often the most incredible experiences are those that slightly terrify you.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, one of the things that astounded me in a very positive sense was how bloody good you were.
Oh, you were phenomenal.
Had you done any, for all the years I've known you, I've never known you to do any type of dancing.
I know, well, thank you, love. It was actually, that's why I was so scared, was because I'd never danced before in my entire life. I mean, growing up, since I was a little girl, I've always kind of danced around the zoo. I remember I was, 4 or 5 years old, and I had this one pink fairy dress that I'd always wear, and I'd kind of dance with all the animals, and Mum and Dad would always laugh at me because I'd love to climb trees and wrangle snakes, and then I'd be here in this pink fairy dress. And so that was pretty much as close as I ever got to dancing. And so I arrived in LA, and I started dancing with Derek, and I saw everyone's confidence wash away when I fell over in heels the very first time I put them on, and I had no dance coordination, so it was a little bit scary, but we got there in the end. And I've got to tell you, really, it's the support from my family and from so many people. It was overwhelming, the amount of support and love that I was given. That's kind of what drove me forward. I was so scared, and I had no idea what to expect or what to do. I'd never danced before, but that support is really what kept me going. So that was really helpful, and Robert tried to give me a few dance tips. He was showing me how to do the sprinkler and the shopping trolley, and he's like, that'll help you. You'll be fine. Just do that.
Oh, that's so adorable.
Old boy, but it all worked out in the end.
Did you feel much pressure, because we were all watching in whatever way we could, and sometimes it was just seeing your performance the next day played out on various news feeds or websites, but could you feel that it was not only just the amount of support you had in the States, but also in Australia as well?
Oh, it was overwhelming. I mean, because we were in LA the entire time. It was 7 days a week, and so I'd hear of various things, and various family members and friends would kind of call up and say, we've seen you all over the news, and this is what's happening at home. And that support, I felt it all the way on the other side of the earth, and it was extraordinary. I never, ever in my wildest dreams expected that. And I felt like there was this great responsibility. Like, I wasn't just dancing, for myself and for my family and to affect people in America, but also worldwide. I felt like I was really representing Australia.
You were a star favourite on Dancing with the Stars. Were you pretty confident from the beginning that you would take it out?
I actually had no idea what was going to happen, because Derek, he was the first person to say, you were actually really quite bad when you first started. And it's true, those first couple of weeks before the initial Monday night show, I really, really struggled. It's quite terrifying. And honestly, at the end of every week, I kind of just thank my blessings for still being a part of the experience. And I think that if I had gone home sooner, I would have been happy, because it felt like every day was a gift.
You had a lot of support from a lot of people. One of them was your boyfriend Chandler, all over the Instagram. He is divine. I approve.
Thank you, love. Thank you.
Now, I would think it would be distracting having him around, making kissy faces and being adorable.
Oh goodness! Actually, it was really nice to have him there. For me, I had a hard time just because my feet and body, especially after a few months of dancing 7 days a week, 6 hours a day, your body kind of starts to fall apart on you. So my toenails were coming off and my feet were all cut up. It looked like my feet, honestly, it looked like I had a flesh-eating disease on my feet. And so poor Chandler, he was very sweet. Every night I'd come home and he'd have my cup of tea and he'd have this little bucket ready to soak my feet. And at one point my toenail flew off past him and he was like, wow, it's lucky I love you. It was quite disgusting.
When there's toenails flying across the room at you, that's a great way to really get to know each other. But how did you meet? How long has it been? Is it just me that this is a seemingly new thing?
It's not that new. We've actually known each other for many years now.
It's beautiful to have that support, and it was so great to watch you partake of this journey, and also feel in many respects your dad was with you too. It was such a strong part of your journey through Dancing with the Stars, and very emotional for us watching it on the other side of the world. I know I had tears on more than one occasion watching you perform. But for you, did it feel like there was a sense of release and then also a sense of closure in a way?
For me, it was really a tough thing to do. It was a tough thing to kind of go back to these places and talk about how I felt and what happened and just my journey. But in a way, I really felt like it was the right time, and it just felt like I wanted to hopefully empower other people and to remind others that no matter what you've been through in life, because we've all been faced with the tragedy in life, that you can find the love and light in every day. And so during the show, we did touch on places in my life that weren't the happiest, that were really, really challenging in some of my darkest days. But what was great about that is that I felt like I was really able to open up, and I was able to just spread light in these places in my life that I never thought I'd go back to.
And what's next for you now? You're supremely famous now in the US. They all adore you. We all adore you. You've got your music. You've got your acting. You've got your presenting. You've got just being you. You've got your brother's birthday.
It's true. It's Robert's birthday today. He's 12 years old today. And he is, I have to tell you, he is the best brother, but he's more and more like Dad every single day. Next, honestly, I would love to continue on with more filming work, just because I feel like it's this beautiful platform to be able to spread my message to a greater audience. And no matter where filming takes me, whether it's in America or Africa or here in Australia, but home will always be on the Sunshine Coast at Australia Zoo, and conservation work and our wildlife work, everything that Dad worked so hard for, will be my top priority in life, for sure.
Oh, I love that. So as much as you know, Rove knows so much about animals, just like yourself.
I know my stuff.
And he's always going on and on and on and on about them. So what are some questions you can throw at Rove to try and stump him?
Okay. Well, that's actually a really... See, love, you are so amazing, because I really think of you as a true wildlife warrior. And you do know so much about wildlife. How about chameleons? Let's talk about chameleons.
Let's.
How long is their tongue? Do you know, like, compared to a chameleon, how long is their tongue compared to their body?
I'm going to say 5 times?
That is pretty close. It's around 2 times. So That was quite close. 5 is close. Let me
you're
think
so
of another one.
generous.
All right. What are the 2 species of monotremes?
You're playing softball with me, but I appreciate it. That's your platypus.
Correct.
And
Yep.
your echidna.
And you're a kidna. Well done. Monotremes, egg-laying mammals. I'm very proud of you.
Well, Bindi, congratulations on doing so very well. As a country, you made us proud. I
Yeah.
know your mum's proud, your brother's proud, your dad would be proud. We are so supremely proud of you. It was a beautiful thing to watch, to see you blossom, to see you emerge as you for who you are, Bindi Irwin, and congratulations on how well you did and how well you represented yourself and our country. I feel like you're a family. You know how much I adore you and love you, and I can't wait to see you soon. Thank you very much for chatting to us today.
Thank you so much for having me, and much love. We love you guys so much, and you know it's wonderful to be able to talk to you. It's like getting to talk to my family. So thank you, honey.